Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. 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 Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Yes, my mothers of the human race, my mothers of human beings. Today, again, we're going to look at your health, you as an individual living on Mother Planet Earth. Your health is very important to you, to you as an individual, as well as to those who you look after. If you have children, that is important too. Your health is important to those children. And your health is also important if your contribution, your celestial obligation contribution to the Mother Nature and the well-being of every other member of your societies is also important. However, as I said, we are going to look at health. And we look at the Magnificat because I want my mothers to understand very, very well the responsibilities. If I do ask every mother on this planet to understand that you were honored by Allah, and that honor must be honored and respected by every other member of your family, because if you're a mother, you should be respected by the children that you produce or the children you carry in your womb. So with that, I say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. My mothers of the human race, well, for many, almost 11 centuries, many of you did not know how honored you are. How honored you are and how important you are to what has been in one way, in some maybe 2-3 years ago, the record shows that the human race had reached 8 billion. However, that's not what we're going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is that in the 11th centuries, if you are to go and work out exactly how these 11th centuries through your archives as individuals, in your libraries, in your societies, in your whatever, you find that the 11th centuries contain nothing of value, of honor, of respect to you as mothers. And here I am, I'm saying to you, my mothers, you are the mothers of every boy and girl that walks this planet. In that capacity, in that respect, and that honor, you have, or you were honored by a holy divine honor, in which you are required to teach your children and to show your children the beauty of of this very, very most holy, beautiful religion, Islam. To teach your children and to make them understand how beautiful life is. Because it's in modern times, in 2025, February somewhere, day or whatever, that you can be a mother and you give birth to a child, and maybe you stay in the hospital for another week or 2 or 3 because the child is not well or you are not well. Those are things which should not happen. It shouldn't have happened. But because there were this kind of recklessness, misguided curriculums, misguided curriculums which were pushed, every article of beauty of life, every article of dignities and integrities of life in what human beings are, they did push it that aside. That they put something that men desire that, we can transfer blood from so and so into so and so and so. We can make you feed on this and that. So these things brought a very, 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 very dirty kind of desecration of every genetic structures of the human race. These conjectured ways brought a very, very serious and very, very real, what we call real is something that it has proof, what we call, it's something that has proof and evidence. The 11th centuries brought a very, very serious desecration of every genetics, either in human beings as well as in that what humans are supposed to consume as food. On top of that, the celestial obligation of every human being of dispensing, at least if a day has a day, what you call a day has 24 hours, but you have light or whatever that you can do your business. That's when you can be able to go in the countryside and plant trees. And so that at least you guarantee your children what we call you guarantee your children something of beauty. And you yourselves, you guarantee your children and yourselves something of beauty in terms of beautiful air that you breathe and good health in what you eat as human beings. All that was kind of put aside in the 11th centuries, and the curriculum said, when you give birth to a child, she has to be a doctor. He has to be a professor in atomic energy and what have you. Of which, if you are to look at the atomic energy or atomic industry, the technology or the know-how to manage these facilities, the human race has 0.00000000. Maybe you can put 100 zero knowledge about these atomic things, that nuclear and atomic energy, or whatever you may call whatever. For which I said, my people, these things that you say you are advanced in knowledge, atomic application or atomic language is a very complicated language. Very, very complicated language. Those who applied it first, they thought that the only way we can play around with it, because it's mesmerizing when you look at an atomic, how you test it on the environment. If you have to test an atomic bomb or a nuclear bomb on the environment as it was in the 80s and whatever, to tell me those boys who were in the field of engineering and technicians, this one is mesmerizing. No, it's not. It's not. So with that, Also, we have looked at the genetics, the genetics language. The genetics language, if you are to put 0.0 1,000 times mankind, the human race, that's what they have. Nothing on whatever to show that we are knowledgeable about genetics. In that, in the very short time that men have kind of used whatever, what you call genetic, whatever. In the last, if I was to give you a estimation that in the last 10 years, or the last 10 years, on each day, the human race itself loses genetic structure of their ability to survive at a speed of 1,000 whatever per minute. That genetics are desecrated by what human consume, by what you manufacture, and that destroys every article of beauty and integrity and health as it's supposed to be applied. That life is a religion, very, very beautiful. Life is a religion, very, very beautiful. But because men have always, and this knowledge is always kind of stolen. It's not given in what we call goodwill. It's always stolen knowledge. Anything that is stolen, it comes bits and bits. By the time you realize, oh, you would have taken this channel, maybe it would have been better. That's when you are already in great, great loss. In which Allah says, human beings, whatever you men and women do is lost. So long as you are off the, what you call, so long as you say, oh, I'm not a Muslim, I'm a Christian, and now a Pentecost church, you can drink every weekend. Sometimes the boys come and they say, I had 4 bottles of whatever last night, and yes, I'm very well. Of which Allah says, no. You're not supposed to put alcohol in your body because your body does not have any mechanism, any know-how to remove these things, toxic gunk from your body. And that what happens when you do take 4 bottles of either Jack Daniels or whiskey, whatever it is, it goes into your system. You may think that you're okay. That's when you become an engineer in atomic, a technician in atomic application or atomic language. And under that spell of an impaired body circulated, every muscle tissue circulated with alcohol, you cannot do anything that will be useful to any one of you. But you will do things that are very destructive, not only to your children, but to the entire planet. With that, that's when I say, my few mothers, look to Islam. Look to Islam to survive. If you do anything else, if you think that your religion is different from what I did explain, how a mother goes on a marathon. In that marathon, when a woman becomes pregnant, she goes on a marathon, which is 2,100 kilometers per second, in order to get a point, a mapping point. In that mapping point, the angels and whatever they say, Akbar, As-salam Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu alla ilaha illallah Akbar, As-salam Akbar. With that knowledge, if you are to have you become pregnant and your body has never touched any toxic whatever, nothing that can cause you enjoy becoming a mother. You enjoy, and children are very beautiful things to look at. Very, very beautiful creation. When Allah is very generous when He makes a honor to human beings. He honored the mothers. Can you imagine you become a mother and you produce a child, and the child comes from a dad, you look at them, they're running from a dad. They say, oh yeah, mommy, 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 mommy. Yeah? They come dancing and jumping, and they sometimes they say, mommy, yeah. And that alone, if you know about the beauty of life, if you understand the beauty of the religion of the child you carried for 9 months, and the task that was honored you, you protect that child, whatever come may, to live only pure, clean Islam. Pure, clean Islam. So that that child too can apply that honor, that task, that beautiful beauty of integrities, dignities, and beauty on their faces. Before I close, there is whatever my mothers, I'll tell you. The more you love the religion in which you are created, and that religion is Islam, the more beauty your face, the more beauty your face kind of speaks louder than anything that I can think of. You can look at a flower. A flower knows only one language, and that language knows one religion, and that religion is Islam. Is there any flower that is bad, that looks bad? If the answer is no, maybe I'm right. I say, my mothers, happy birthday to you all, those who are pregnant and those who are having a very, very very, very beautiful day. And I pray that you do listen to this and enjoy and love Islam. That's what I'm asking for. And learn how to look to life and understand how beautiful life is. I know, you know, mothers know. And I say, Akibal, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.